I'm Alexandra Sleator of Coaching for Inspiration, and this is my fourth and last video on the topics of goal. In the first three videos, I first went back to basics and asked what a goal is in the first instance. And then in the second video, we looked at the smarty way in order to set your goal in a powerful yet simple way and maximize your chances of success. In the third video, we looked at the so-called zone, which is a zone of comfort where you are connected, confident, and in control of your goal, and that helps you stay motivated to work on your goal and do whatever it takes to make it happen. If you haven't seen those videos and would like to, they are on my website at www.coachingforinspiration.com under the tips page in the video subsection. Now, this fourth video concludes with discussing how to get back on the horse. That means how to deal with difficulties which are likely to happen. When I talk to people about why they did not succeed in achieving their goals, I always hear something like things got in the way, or a variation on that theme. And so my view is that there's two types of things that can get in the way. Let me illustrate that. You've made a resolution and you're sticking to it that you will run every morning because you're going to get fitter. And so with that goal, you've set it using the SMARTY method and you're very much in the zone, connected to your goal, confident about the prospect of achieving greater fitness, and in control. You get up every morning earlier than otherwise, and here you are pounding the pavement. But hey, it's been snowing, and it's London, so the sidewalks have not been cleared. We're not in Germany. And you slip, and you break your leg. That's a setback. That's something that happens to you. It happens because life is not always smooth. Some would say life is unfair. Things just happen, indeed, they do get in the way. But when it's external, I call it a setback. The second type is internal, is when you get in the way of your goal. Another example, you've decided to quit smoking, and in fact you're doing very well because you've been quote-unquote clean for 3 months. You go to a party, other people are smoking, the wine is flowing, you have a buzz, you have one cigarette. That's a slippage. Okay, so external is setback, internal slippage. The setback happens to you, the slippage you happen to yourself. So these things will happen, and you have to be realistic about that. If you think that when you work on your goal it's going to be a smooth ride, there will be no external influences, or you yourself will not falter sometime, your resolve will not weaken, that's simply being unrealistic. So be alert to the fact that, especially if your goal is one that will require quite a bit of time for you to achieve it, you know, the more time between starting on your goal and getting to the end of that process, the more things are likely to happen. I guess it's statistics. So what do you do when you have a setback, when you have a slippage? Well, this is my recipe. And my recipe is simply have a vent. What do I mean by that? I mean, just, you know, blow steam off. It is perfectly legitimate, I think, to be very irritated at the unfairness of it all. Indeed, the London authorities are absolutely incompetent. They do not clear the driveways or sidewalks, making it patently dangerous for people to walk, and therefore, you know, some of us will have broken legs as a result. And it is okay to be angry. It's okay to give a call to your council and just, you know, do somebody's head in. Similarly, you know, on the cigarette, saying, well, yes, you've been weak-willed because after all you're a fallible human being. So berate yourself a little bit, or call yourself an idiot if that will help. But just for a while. vent, but then stop. Because you have something better to do, and that's getting back on the horse, right? If you're the person who was nicely progressing on his or her fitness program, what are you going to do now? Are you going to become a couch potato? Are you going to put on 10 pounds? And what about if you were the one who had that one cigarette at the party? Does that make you a smoker again? Are you back on 2 packs a day? No. Or at least not necessarily. It's your choice. If you get back on the horse, well, you can find new ways of exercising. And you can see the little drawing on the slide that's coming up on your screen. This is somebody who started, lifting weights. So yes, if you have a broken leg, you can't run for a certain duration of time, but maybe you can work on your upper body fitness. That'll look good too. And if you're the smoker who had a moment of weakness, well, in fact, you're not a smoker. You're somebody who let that go. So go back to not smoking. Get back on the horse. So indeed, difficulties will happen. Things will want to get in the way. And the question is, will you let them? You will not be able to prevent them. So your choice is about how you deal with them. And what I want to suggest is that if you have set yourself a goal in a smarty way, which got you to that zone of comfort where you are connected, confident, and in control, when a difficulty materializes, whether it's from the outside as a setback or from the inside as a slippage, you will be all that better equipped to deal with it. You will be more resilient because the force of the zone, I'm trying to think, I'm thinking of Luke Skywalker. Luke, feel the force. Anyway, so if you're in the zone and you feel the force, for those of you who are fans of Star Wars as I am, then when a difficulty comes up, you will be able to deal with it. You will be able to get back on the horse. Conversely, if you're not completely connected to your goal, not completely confident, and you have a sense of weak control, then when a difficulty materializes, you encounter a setback or you have a moment when you slip up, all your doubts will flare up, your motivation will completely evaporate, your goal is not that important anymore, and it's just game over. So in that sense, I hope that I've shown you that there is some method to all that I've been discussing with you over these 4 videos on goals, which is, first of all, what is a goal? How do you set it so that you maximize your chances of success? And in fact, how do you set it so that you feel very energized about kicking it off, and that once you have kicked off, you stay motivated to work on it despite any setbacks or slippages that can occur. So this is effectively my 4-step process to goal setting and achievement, which has to do with identifying your goal, fleshing it out, and smartening it up so that you get into that comfort zone where you're connected, confident, and in control, and you get back on the horse whenever a difficulty arises. And in that way, you will absolutely, I assure you, achieve your goal. So I hope this was helpful, and I would like to hear about what you thought. So please do write me at Alexandra at coachingforinspiration.com. I will write to many of you about an upcoming teleclass and other offers around more help with goal setting and in particular goal achievement, which is really what we want. And also let me tell you that my next video series will be about another very thorny topic, time management. So I hope you'll be curious to watch that, and that will be coming in March. So again, thank you very much for watching, and talk to you soon. Bye bye.